was actually on two system and I'm good. Let me turn my camera. Hi, everyone. It's so amazing to be on this call. Nice to meet all of you. At the point when she was introducing me, I was thinking it was one great grandma. This is me, as young and healthy as all of you here. I'd like to introduce myself as Omada, the founder of Shield of Women Limited. We are into the farming, processing, and exportation of some of the finest spices in Nigeria, should I say Africa, because we have dovetailed into some other West African country. Gloria, if you don't mind, can the first and third speaker share their logistic? I think that's why we are here, to give like practical solution to some of those business, because the Abraham, is it Isaac Abraham, actually did said he had problem with logistic. And the next speaker did say she had a wonderful logistics. So I think the easiest thing, let's not complicate this thing. The person that have the very good logistic should just share it in the chat box. And the person that is looking for a logistic partner should pick that up. I think that solved the problem. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, let's make it very easy. I like simplicity is my son name. Let's make it very easy so that the Abraham guy can actually pick um the contact from the chat group. While they were presenting, I actually noted something. The last speaker did say something that I think we should be very careful about. When you said you made sure that it's not what you are selling in the market that you're exporting. I think we need to be very careful about that, because it's not only the whites that need to eat healthy food. Because if somebody actually did get sick in Nigeria, also you're in trouble, even though the penalty is not going to be as massive as that of the whites. So I think you should rather put your process in place where what you are actually selling locally should be what you're exporting. There should not be some sort of discrimination like, oh, because I'll be penalized out there, I should give my best in terms of quality, in terms of packaging, but because everything goes in Nigeria, I think we should really look at that. I was kind of um I wasn't buying it, but it's okay. We are always learning. And kudos to the woman that sold fish to that took her fish to France. You've done a fabulous job. I can tell you, you should tap yourself in the shoulder and say, I've done well. Sending fish to France is not God. I don't even want to imagine the level of documentation they said you. I don't want to imagine the level of tests. Well done. You have done an amazing job. I hope the leader sold fish and last speaker, the fact you are all dealing with the EUs. Okay, you have done a fabulous job, because I tell you, if you can export to the EU, every other country is like a walk in the park, because the EU have the highest standard. It's like saying, after exporting to the EU, then somebody is now telling you that they want their product in Dubai, or they want their product in Malaysia, or it's like you've gone to the highest regulation, then you're stepping down to the lowest. Somebody who says like you first give birth to a male child before giving birth to a girl child. Okay, so you've done an amazing and fabulous job. So without much ado, we just jump into today's class, and I am happy to be taking today's class with you on the topic. Pull that out quickly. From local to I think this is our two. I don't know. For those of us that were in the last class, can you raise up your hand? Like, let's have like an emoji. Let me know those of us that were in the class last time. I like this class to be interactive. I want to ask a question just so that I don't assume. and we can all start and grow together. Do you have anyone in the last class? Do we? Let me look at the participant. Do we have anyone in the last class that is still in this same class? I'm not seeing any hands up. Oh. So is this a new class? Gloria, help me understand. Okay, Abraham Yakubu. Nice. Um, Afiz, nice. Okay. Femi, I can see you, right? Joe, forgive me if I murder your name. We're all learning, right? Okay. So I think averagely almost everybody here, we are new. I could only see about 5 people that was in the last class. So I guess I have to refresh. At the end of this class, 3 things are key. If you don't remember anything, you know your products, you know your markets, you know yourself, you know your product, you know your market. These 3 things. Know yourself, know your products, and know your market. That will guide you because the export journey can be so it's not a straight jacket, it's not a straight journey, it can be so overwhelming. But always remember, know yourself, know your product, know your market. This will guide us uh, in our journey. So I'll be quickly sharing my screen. Can you all see my screen? Admin, confirm if you can see my screen.
We can see your screen, but it's currently on WhatsApp. So I see you're trying to download the file. Yes, now we can see the slide.
Okay, great. Thank you. So just like a recap, because I wouldn't be able to go through the last class because of time, just like a recap, because I said we must know ourselves, know our products, and know our market. This is the classification of exporters that we have. So you want to know where you are playing for. We have the commodity exporter, we have the export agent, we have the export merchant, we have the manufacturer and export consultant. I think the 2 people that I exported are actually export manufacturer. Um, the lady that sold fish, please, can you unmute? Can you tell us how you package the fish? Is it like in terms of retail or like bulk exports? And what was the volume like? And did you get your bill of lading? That should help us to use your model as example for people to quickly understand.
Okay,
Hello?
yes, well, it was FOB, so that simplified my work because the client already had an agent, so I didn't need to put a bill of lading, but the basic documentation were from the fishery, and
I think
then,
your volume is very low.
oh, maybe because I'm on let me, can you hear me
We are
now?
all in Nigeria. Yes, ma.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, very, very.
Okay then. I said earlier that because it was FOB, free on board,
Yes.
so I did not have to go through the protocols of getting the bill of lading myself. The client already had his agent who did all those. So he simplified those issues for me. But the main documentations were from fisheries, getting the catch certificate, getting the food health, fish health certificate. But fortunately, we already were registered. I registered with the Fisheries EU on the EU Fisheries Portal since 2018.
Yeah.
Just that we never exported. Yes. Then
Yeah,
the
the question was, is it bulk?
Sorry?
The question was, is it bulk or
Yes, so it was
retail?
not bulk. It was not bulk. It was about 30 kg. He wanted to try it out. That
Okay.
the final weight was about 30 kg.
Okay.
So yes, so that he wouldn't have a huge loss. Peradventure, it did not fall through.
Okay.
Yes. So
So the
that's what
30 kg, is it packed in retail or is like just
so there were
bulk,
6
like
species.
carton?
There were 6 species of river fish. So what we did, we packed them bulk weight. I packed each species in bulk, but
Okay.
my labels were placed on them. Fisheries insisted that I placed my labels on them, what
Yeah.
EU will readily recognize over there. Yes.
Okay, so that means that is bulk because it's not like you packed it for 500 gram, like
No.
okay, okay, okay,
He used
okay.
to do that
Awesome.
because he owns he owns a shop, an African
Okay,
shop. Yes.
awesome, awesome. So you are an export manufacturer, right? Do we understand this now? So whichever way you are playing, you'll be playing along this value chain. Either you're an export manufacturer, you're an export consultant. What I'm doing in this capacity today, I'm consulting, right? Just the way I have an export incubation hub where I coach people from zero to hero. Like we take people that have not exported before and make sure at the end they come together and export a whole full container. Only then are we going to let them go. So in that way, I'm consulting for companies as a consultant, right? For what my auntie just did, she's an export manufacturer. So she's producing her own products. So she's an export manufacturer. An export merchant, you may want to take the fish from this lady, knowing fully well that she's EU compliant and her quality meets up to the required standard. You may want to partner with her, maybe because you have the network, because you are the position where you are placed, you have some strong network that you can actually sell, but you don't have that power or you don't have that time to go and be doing to check if the fish is organic, if the fish is homegrown, if it's white grown. You don't have that time. But because this my sister have done the work for you, you want to get her fish and sell in the US. Or better still, maybe you get product from China and also sell to the US. You are a merchant. You're just taking from here and you're selling here. That means you are not producing anything. An export agent, just like you have import agent, you can help somebody facilitate their export, right? Get a buyer for the person, get a buyer for the exporter, get a supplier for the importer, facilitate everything. You're an agent and get your commission. Then a vendor, commodity, export commodity. So you are doing produce. You are not really focused on products. Don't forget there's a huge difference between exportation of products and exportation of produce. Produce is at its original form. Nothing have been done. Like my sister, she said she processed fish. So produce, you're just carrying raw, this thing. Maybe you carry or maize. Okay, maize is out of it. You're not allowed to export maize. So yam or anything, even yams, if you have to pass it through Ghana. So what I'm trying to say is commodity exports, you are doing produce. Okay, you are just sending volume. There is no value add. So this is you knowing yourself. Know where you are here, because if you don't even know, how do you now begin to know the kind of market you are looking for? For example, if you are a commodity exporter, you want to be looking at companies that want to absorb your product into their production. If you are an agent, you want to look at importer that is looking for a very good supplier here. You see, you have different things that you're looking for. If you're a merchant, you want to look for somebody you want to look for a trader, right? Somebody that is trading in Dubai or somebody that is trading in EU. You want to supply them, you want quick cash. If you're a manufacturer, you want to probably look at stores, supermarkets, chain stores, or you want to also look at other manufacturer that want your product as a white label. That means you produce for them, but without putting your name. As an export consultant, you want to look at people that are looking for how to go into export, but they don't know how to go into. So they're looking for consultant that will consult you. So knowing who you are and where you are is very key. That is the foundation. That's the block. Before you now start thinking, okay, after knowing myself, then what products will I do? What resources is available to me? Which product do we as a country have an edge over other country? Which product do we have comparative advantage over Ghana, over Zimbabwe? Which product do we have the export potential that if I carry the product, my price, my quality, everything will be given? Nobody can beat me. After that, then you now start thinking, okay, having known myself, known my products, which market do I want to play with? Trust me, you can't be playing in every market and playing with every product. My mentor will always say, if you are everywhere, you are nowhere. One of my red lights when somebody say mentor me and you are bringing like how many products and telling me to mentor you, I know that is the sure recipe of failure. Sorry to say, because in exports, precision is actually key. Most of the buyers will be asking you some specific document certification. They'll be asking you to use specific machines, and these machines are not cheap. And you are in Africa, where most of the African countries, whether Togo, whether Nigeria, you really have substantial help from the government, aside the grants that they throw here and there, but major help. And for example, one of my buyers said he wants shombo, paprika. You want paprika powder? It must be steam sterilized. He gave me the grade of the steam sterilization machine, which is 304. It must have organic certification, and it must have FSSC certification. That is one of the GSI and GSSI certification. Then it must have, it must be kosher certified. Kosher. So that is for paprika. Imagine another buyer giving me another one for ginger. The steam sterilization that this person talked about, the lowest is about 95 million naira. Only steam sterilization. It has nothing to do with my major machine. It has nothing to do with the washing, the dehydrator, the milling, all those key machine. It has nothing to do with it. This is just an addition. And the lowest is 95 million. So tell me, by the time you are spending like 300, 400 million here, spending 500 million here, so where will you even get it? At the end, you just see that you are doing everything shabbily. This is half, this is half, this is quarter. So instead of conserving your energy and giving like a big bang, you can't really do much. So that is why I advise pick products that nobody can beat you. That is your strength. Already you have advantage in terms of raw material. When other people are buying 1 million, maybe you are buying 100,000. That will already, you know that in terms of price, you have already drastically shamed your competitors. Then you now want to pick a market where all the requirements is revolving around themselves. So maybe you are buying steam sterilization. I know that almost all your buyers are asking for steam sterilization. So, and it's the same, almost the same market. Or maybe if you are living in the US, maybe UK, and you know that their requirements are similar, then you know that you use one machine. They say you use one stones to kill so many birds. So know yourself is very, very key. And this is the foundation. And just to add that you want to, aside knowing yourself, you want to tweak your business to make sure that it's solving one of the global issues so that you become very attractive to angel investors, to impact investors, to even for grants, right? Because when you are just starting out, these things are very, very key. Very, very key. It has helped me a lot. So, but when you come off like, I'm into buying and selling, I'm buying this, I'm selling this, how is it my business? Why should I give you my money? Right? So that is why you see most people apply for grants and you don't get respond. Because like what you are applying to them for, it doesn't concern them. They are not interested. So having known yourself, let me say, for example, if you are, let me say, an export manufacturer, you want to, and which example will I give? Maybe you're an export manufacturer and you're into maybe cocoa production, and you want to use that as an excuse to be solving maybe decent job, and that is SDG goal. Please, who can remind me? Gloria, that's SDG goal what? Is it 8? Hello? Am I being heard? Hello, is anybody in the room? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so you want to tilt your product to be solving one of the problem, be it decent job, be it zero hunger, be it poverty reduction, be it gender inclusivity, be it climate action. You want to tilt your business to align so that you are not just operating like an island. I'm into buying and selling, I'm into buying and selling, I'm into nobody is going to find you interesting. For example, we are into spice production, right? So our business is more tilted towards helping women smallholder farmers. We can even say smallholder farmer, but you want to be niche, you want to be specific, you want to be precise. I say precision is really key in export. So that way we are coming off and saying we are supporting women smallholder farmer, not just smallholder farmer, women smallholder farmer. Somebody may come up and bring something very powerful and saying you are all about inclusion and you are supporting women with disability. You see? So many people that are interested in that line, even when you see grants and you see all those things, you can apply because you are actually creating a solution apart from you doing business. Somebody may come up and say, we are providing disease-free and disease-resistant seedling to women smallholder farmers to be able to withhold climate change. Or somebody may come up and say, oh, we are looking at agroforestry and we are ensuring that all our farmers are planting 100 trees in their land to be able to absorb, to be able to help to promote climate action. So you want to know yourself, what you actually set out to do, and how you can align it to solve some of those global problems. It can be food food wastage, it can be gender inequality, it can be climate change, it can be decent work and all that, but don't stand alone. And this is still on the topic of knowing yourself. Then knowing your product, you need some sort of research. It may not be too much, but then I think that is the core that's the meat of this course. I just took you back a little because I noticed that we have very few persons that were present in the last class. So know your product. Lots of people find it very difficult to actually know which kind of product they should major in because some persons feel, oh, I think most Nigerians are actually jackbarring. They're relocating to US and Canada. So I think most Nigeria will need our food. That is how the export came about too. Some people will say Mommy Monica has been selling coconut oil, and I think people have been buying a lot from her. So I think I should do that. But I tell you, such business, it will not be long before you hit the rock because the foundation is not really strong. They said if the foundation is faulty, what can even the righteous do? So I am heavy when it comes to foundation. So after knowing yourself, you want to then know which products will give you that strength, give you that edge, block you from competitors so that everybody knows that this is what you stand for. And you are deliberate, you are strategic, you know what you are doing. You don't just stumble on it by chance. Oh my God, I just enable editing. You did not just stumble on it by chance, right? Okay. So we are looking at you knowing your product. And we are saying, please give me some time. Let me minimize. I don't know why the Zoom is not moving. For some strange reason, the Zoom icon is not moving. Let me see. No. So we're discussing about knowing your product. And we are saying, after knowing yourself, there is need for you to know your product. And know your product is not it's going to be really practical. I'm going to be showing you some few tools from the International Trade Center that helps you in knowing the product that wherever you are, any part of the country or Africa, maybe Togo, Nigeria, Senegal, wherever you are, you know the product that is the strength of your country. That is just like I've given you the foundation of knowing who you are. That is like the foundation of knowing the product that you should think about. Even if you want to do like value add, you build on this product. So we have tools in that the International Trade Center have curated to actually help exporters like you and I to make this research very, very easy. Okay, so without taking much of your time, we'll just dive into it. If you can see my screen, I'm just going to go into type International Trade Center. And if you have your system with you, you want to also repeat what I'm doing, but if not, you can always do that at your spare time. So International Trade Center. Then you enter. So when you type this is the first thing you're going to see, and this is their logo with so many colors. Please do not be confused with there's another one called International Trade Council. No, it is International Trade Center. The one that have to do with the WTO, right? Yes. So this is the logo, and you want to click on it, and it takes you down to the various things that they are doing. Okay. I think at this point I have to do this, and let me see. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, so it brings you all here, and you will see the various things that they are doing, news and event, our work, resources, about us, ITC and you. Then at the top right corner here, you will see ITC tools. Can we all see that? If you can see it, please indicate by raising your thumb up. Let me just know that we are all following, and I'm not too fast. Can you see the your thumb up if you can see the ITC tools? Yes, see the tools?
Okay, apologies. I think our facilitator is having a bit of a network glitch, so just give her a minute or two.
Confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So I was asking the participants if they can see the ITC tool. I have to go back sharing my and share. Awesome. So let's get this off the way. Okay. Mm. Okay, so can you all see my screen? Host, you may need to be the one confirming for me. Can you see the ITC tools?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Awesome. So at the right hand corner, you get the ITC tools, and that is where you'll be getting most of the tools that we'll be using in this class. So you have the market data, you have the sustainability and inclusivity, you have the e-learning, you have the business performance. So our focus is on the market data, because what we'll be looking at here is the research, the tools that will help our research to know our products, right? So you have a lot. You have, if you're looking at the African Marketplace Explorer, We are looking at the African Trade Observatory, but that is not our main focus in this class. Our main focus is export potential map number 1, market access map number 2, and the trade map. And the trade map number 3. I take it again. Export potential map number 1, market access map number 2, and the trade procurement and all that. But I tell you, this is what you need in terms of knowing your product. So without further ado, we will quickly dive into the export potential map, right? So we go to the export potential map. You click on the map. And this is what you get. So it introduces you to the interface, export opportunity for trade development and all that. Where you want to focus on is the export opportunity for. Then you see search a product or country. So for the benefit of this course, I will be taking Nigeria. Maybe we'll do Nigeria and another African country. Maybe Togo, I don't know. The African food change makers. Where do you have most of your member? Nigeria and where?
Ghana, Kenya, you can pick from any of them.
Awesome. So we take Nigeria and Ghana. I want to assume that we are almost close. So take Ghana, Kenya, which is East Africa. So you search country. A little bar will appear here for you to type the country you want to type. So we are typing Nigeria. And boom. We are here. And it's saying that the unrealized exports potential for Nigeria is 3 billion USD. Guys, can you see? This is amazing. 3 billion USD. And the total unrealized export potential for the exporter Nigeria stand at 3 billion USD. So when you come down, it will ask you if you want to explore products or you want to explore markets. We will explore markets when we are looking for the country that will spend any amount just to buy your product, the country where they rush you, the way Nigeria will say that then they rush us, the country that your product, they can't do without your product. So for now, we are in knowing your product. So let's go to explore products. Which product do you have comparative advantage of as a Nigerian? So you could see that urea is 65%. So when you see Dangote, the richest man, now do you know why you will not be surprised? Can you see it? You will see that somebody like Dangote is not doing business based on emotion. The man is strategic. When you see 65, and they say the richest man in Nigeria is Dangote, in fact, in Africa, he has gone to the world self. Do you see why you are not surprised? Because Dangote is playing here. I would show you where Otedola is playing. Dangote is playing here in urea. Good. So most times, all this is too plenty. I want to narrow it down. I want to make it and have like a clear picture. Sometimes I use this analysis to start it from number 1 down to the last one. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so you have your number one, like what you call Oga Patapata, that is urea. And that is where our Papa Dangote is, right? Good. Number 2, you see cocoa. When you see that there is a cabal, Like people are almost killing themselves in the cocoa. Now you understand why. Number 2 is cocoa. Number 3 is cashew nuts in shell. Notice that there's a difference between cashew nut kernel and cashew nuts. The difference between cashew kernel and cashew nut. If you know the answer, please drop it on the comment section. Cashew kernel and cashew nut. One is cashew kernel, one is cashew nut. That is number 3. Number 4 is sesame seed, right? So this include both non-agro, fashion, garment and apparel, limestone, a lot of this. So depending on the industry that you're playing, you want to come to your left here and niche down by actually checking some ones that you want. For example, for me that I'm heavy in agro, I want to uncheck fertilizer to make sure that everything that have to do with fertilizer is not showing on my screen. For the lady that is doing fish, you want to even uncheck everything and leave this fish and then shellfish, so that is the only thing that is popping out. You can muzzle out all the information that you want, right? So for the sake of this class, because we have a lot of people here, both people that are doing nuts, people that are doing mineral resources, people that are doing metal, people that are doing crops, people that are doing fish, fertilizer, they are here. So let's not uncheck anything. Let's use all of them. But I'm just saying that you can actually niche down when you come to the left and take your industry specifics, right? So when you come here, now, this shows you that this is where Nigeria have strength in terms of from number 1 to number 25, right? So Nigerian biggest strength is urea. Their number 2 is cocoa. Now, haven't gotten this in your research, your first research. Of course, I don't expect you want to look into exports. You will jump from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And you just go to number 50. Let me broaden it so that we can even see 50 and not the last one. Let me go all out, right? Good. Let me go all out. Okay, awesome. So number 1 is urea. I don't expect you to leave urea and going to do spice generally, not because we have some specific spice that is still needed. Like, for example, if you come to number 11 now, you will see ginger, right? There are some spice that is not ours. You see, funny, some people will be in Nigeria and be doing thyme. You'll be doing rosemary. You are lost. So you want to look at our strength. Urea number 1, cocoa number 2. And the fabulous thing about this tool is once you come down, okay, for example, I play in ginger, right? Once you click on ginger, without clicking, just put your cursor there. It will tell you the current unrealized export for ginger. So it's saying the unrealized potential in individual countries is 64 million. And it's telling you, it's going further to say info for this product. World import is 1.3 billion. Nigeria have already exported only 61 million. Then it goes on to tell you the markets that need your product. That is why I said there's no need to even click on that market, because you can use this to actually check the market. So when you see market and exporter, what it's saying is, when you click on market, it will tell you the exact country that need your product. That way, as an exporter, you're not coming up and say, hey, I want to export, I want to do FDA, I want to do BRC, I want to do organic. Don't waste your time in unnecessary certification. I've seen people done FDA where the market is in the UK. I've seen people go ahead to do FDA and be renewing the day, whereas their market is maybe in Vietnam. I have seen people gone ahead to do BRC, whereas their market is in UAE or Pakistan. So when you have this research, trust me, my people, you will not go about confused doing unnecessary certification, or when they say there is program here, you are going there, because you know, even though you go there, it's waste of time and energy. For example, the last trade show, they wanted to sponsor me, Quantum Fair, China, and they said they will pay all my ticket and everything. My dear, when I check my market is not there. It means it's me that's going to be wasting my time, my energy, and my resources, because even if you pay for me free, maybe I will still buy some oyoyo when I'm coming back. I will still have to feed and do one or two things there. So I just know that it is me spreading too wide and too thin, because my market is not there. So if my market is not there, what should I be doing in Quantum Fair? By the time you know your market, you will not know how these people operate, their demography, who they are. You want to know their cost, you want to know your customer persona. I tell you, after studying this thing deep, some of you have no business to be on Facebook. Some of you have no business to be on Instagram. For example, for me, none of my customer is in Instagram or Facebook. If I go to Instagram, it's because I want to make myself accessible for my student to be able to reach me. That's all. But I will not go on Instagram and go and dance and be hoping that one day customer will find me. I go dance tired. They will not see me. My customers are not there. Having done this research, I know that my customer, they are sleeping on LinkedIn. In fact, we are in the same estate. What the creator of LinkedIn just did for me was just to give me a small house inside the estate where my customers they are. Having done this research, I will now know that my customers, especially those that are making the policies, they are on Twitter. So if I want to do anything that has to do with policy that will target women inclusivity or any problem that women are facing, and I want those that are making laws to know about it, I go shoot on Twitter. If I want my angel investors to see me, my impact investors to see me, my direct buyers to see me, and I know that most of the things that they want to hear about ginger is, oh, ginger is scarce in Nigeria. What was the cause really? It was because there was a blight in Nigeria. We lost over 80% of ginger in Nigeria. The remaining 20%, these are the posts I'm putting every day. The remaining 20%, both the people that are processing, both people that are farming and using it, that is why we don't have ginger for export. Oh, what are we doing to that regard? Oh, it's so unfortunate that the government are not giving subsidy, even though they should. But now we are trying to overcome our challenges by doing XYZ. These are my daily routine. So when you go to my LinkedIn, you see me talked about ginger. I talked about what they are doing. I talked about women empowerment. I don't talk about any other thing. My conversation is strategic. And when I put that, maybe I'm like, oh, it's rainy season now. We are just farming and trying to see how we can do seed multiplication for ginger, because knowing fully well that once we multiply the seed, we are going to quench down the price. And you see somebody chatting me through LinkedIn and say, I like what you are doing. Please, when you are stable, reach out to me. I like to get 100 metric tons of ginger. But I don't go to Instagram and go and be dancing, because my buyers are not even interested in my dancing in the first place. So I said, after you have done this research, you know that some of you will just pack your load, because as an entrepreneur, you are wearing so many hats. You are the accountant, you are the marketer, you are the producer, you are doing a lot. And sometimes it's overwhelming. You are so tired. There is really no need for somebody, because people say you should be on social media. You're going to be stretching yourself for what will not add to you. I'm saying after this class, some of you will shut down your Facebook, because you just know that it's nothing. It's just people reaching out and say, hey, emergency 2K and all that. So when you come to ginger, I will use other products. You click on ginger. It takes you to the market. I want to know where my market is exactly. I don't want to do guesswork. And I click on this market. And it brings me all the way. Tell me my number one market, the arrow I should shoot. Before, it used to be Netherlands. And the market changed. As of today, my number one market is Pakistan. Number two is United States. Trust me, as of last 2 weeks, it was still Netherlands. Number 3 is Germany. So when you see me always visiting Germany, you will not be surprised. Number 4 is Netherlands. So by the time you have carry your pen and you have noted down from number 1 to number 4, even somebody is telling you this this African intercontinental market, you now say, okay, even within Africa, I think it's only Morocco that need my product too. Let me know, because of everybody, they are pushing me to Africa and this thing, and I'll not follow them blindly. I think it's only Morocco. Okay, maybe I can just use that benefit and enter Morocco. But then when you have this number 1 to number 10, you now carry your pen and start zeroing down. These 10 markets, which one have the highest, strongest currency? That their currency is not doing japilo like Nigeria. You will note it down. Which one that they are not fighting every second AK market day? So that you will not send your products. When your product have gone there, they will say they have closed border. Ukraine and Russia, they are fighting 4 years. You cannot receive your money. So at the end, you now say that Saudi Arabia, your mind will be doing you tutu. You go to United Arab Emirates. By the time you have checked how strong their currency is, how stable their political system is, the proximity of your country to that country, because that proximity will determine the cost. When my brother was talking about logistics, the logistics you pay from here to Canada and the one that you will pay from here to UK, they are not the same. So know that way and know peace. The logistics depend on the proximity. That is why you see most EU, they are doing a lot of things in Africa, because Africa is actually closer to them. Sending things from Africa is closer to EU than sending things from Africa to the US, to North America. So you will see, if I want to even pick the ones that have strong economy first, I would definitely pick US, pick Germany, pick Netherlands, pick France, for example, first. Pick United Kingdom. These other ones, they are good, but let them wait first. After I've picked these 4, I will now start checking, do any of this in the last 10 years, 5 years, have they had any political issue that may hamper my business with them? I'll say no. Then, okay, currency is good, checked. Crisis, political instability, checked. I'll now check the proximity. Okay, they're almost the same zone. Checked. Then I want to check the kind of buyers they have. Are they loyal buyers? I hardly deal with, I don't deal with buyers that are not loyal. Why I like to deal with the EU mostly, they take their time and they also invest in you. EU buyers, you will be shocked. You are sending, you meet them in the trade show this year, you are sending them hello, they are not answering you. The next year, you send them hello, and it was the end of the year, and they are asking you, oh, hi, are you still around? As if they are waiting for you to pack up. It's because they want consistency and they want somebody that is there for the long run. They don't want to have a relationship with somebody that will do 2 months and change the next 3 months. And so after that 1 year, going to 2 years, they are sure that, okay, this one is here to stay. Then the more they start seeing you in trade show, I like the fact that my sister talked about trade show. As an exporter, you must plan for this. You must invest in this. And that is the only concrete way you can get buyers. Listen to me today. You get buyers from other ways, right? I know that we like cutting corners, but trade show is number 1, next to none, where you are meeting your buyers eyeball to eyeball. They're telling you their pain point and you're understanding what they want. And they're seeing you identifying the face behind the computer. Everybody wants to deal with human being. We have so many scammers now. It is very risky to do business within your country. How much more doing business outside your country, across the sea? So when they see you in trade show 1, 2, three, they become so comfortable with you. And I tell you, for the EU buyers, they don't even click these on trade shows. After they've seen you 1, 2, 3, they are so relaxed. The next thing, they're inviting you to dinner. The next thing, they're inviting you to come and see their dog. And these are the places where they start giving you contracts. Because at that point, they're comfortable with you. They know that you are a human being. You are not a scammer. They know that if you are investing, you are bringing money to come to trade show. You are not coming there to just come and clamp hand. I mean, you will not spend that many million. For my sister that went for trade show in the UK, you will not spend that money if you are not serious. Come on. So it shows some level of seriousness. It shows some level of commitment. Right? So somebody says spare the threshold. It's trade show, trade and show. Trade show, not trade show. Yeah, so yes, exactly. Trade show. So it shows some level of commitment. It shows some level of seriousness, right? After spending, imagine going to UK, after spending maybe 5 million, 3 million, 2 million. Of course, nobody know that. Nobody would take you that you come there to come and clown or you come there to come and joke. So when this for the EU, after you have gotten to that point, they will now start asking you, okay, can you tell us your business model? That is when you now start telling them who you are. Oh, I'm doing this thing not because of just business. I'm doing it to actually solve the problem of the environment. I'm doing this not because of just business. I'm doing it to actually improve the livelihood of women in my community. I'm doing this not just because of business. I'm doing this just because I want to stop food wastage in Nigeria. Most of the tomato in Nigeria, almost how many percent get bad, and I get so pain anytime I see it. So I started dehydrating tomato, and I discovered that the EU are biggest buyer of tomato. That is why I'm doing it. So my business is like an excuse to solve the issue of waste in Togo. Do you see the link now? And they're like, oh my God, how do you think we can help you? How do you think we can partner with you? So you see them willing to give you seedling. You see them willing to give you technical support. You see them willing to say, I want to pay for your certification. They are now invested. Right? They are now invested. And after which, if they've been invested in you, it is very difficult for another supplier to come and meet them and say, oh, don't buy from this person, change from me. No, because it took them like almost 3 years to develop this relationship with you, 3, 5 years. And their money have gone down your business, maybe in terms of seedling, in terms of certification. Imagine somebody paying your certification and say, okay, I want you, you are doing an amazing job. I want you to certify this people from Kenya, certify them organic. I will pay for it. Or okay, I will not be able to pay all. Let me pay half and you pay half. Colleague told me, okay, let me pay 30%, you pay the 70%. Imagine somebody have paid that amount. That person will not go and be looking for another supplier now. That person is in for the long run. These are the kind of buyers I'm looking for. So when I've checked the box of there is no war, there is no political stability, their currency is strong, I want to look for loyal buyers. And unfortunately, sorry, I don't get it for most country. For some of you maybe in the US, forgive me, but the US buyers are not good with this. The US buyer will fling you the next moment somebody come with $1 cheaper. I stand to be corrected. And that is why I'm not so keen. Somebody came to me and said, I want to introduce you to the US market. The US is the big in the world. Everybody wants to go to the US. I said, anyway, I'm not keen to go into the US buyers because the foundation of my business I'm building now, I'm employing my relative, I'm employing people that don't have job. I want it to be a company where it can absorb so many Nigerians that don't have job. And I want it to be a company that I will retire to. And I want it to be something that my children are proud about, to take it to the next level, not my mom was doing one petty business. So I'm not doing it just for now. I'm in for the long run. So if I build my customer with all those customers that anytime there is one small shaking, because there's always a fluctuation in the market, the next thing you are throwing me under the bus. Maybe I'm selling ginger $5. The next thing somebody brings ginger $4. You are flinging me under the bus. That is not the kind of buyers I want. You may have another requirement for your own kind of buyers. So after I have checked all this, I am not looking for a loyal customer. So one of the questions I ask most of my buyers is, please tell me how you deal with your supplier. Do you just stay by the sideline and wait for me to produce and bring it to you, or you want to be part and parcel of what we are doing? The answer they are giving me, I know that I know for sure if they are loyal buyers or if they are buyers that will join the next Eke market day. So this is how you check your buyers, and you cannot come specific. Let's say by the end of the day, you now narrow down to Netherlands. When you click on Netherlands, they will not show you all the products that Netherlands they are buying from Nigeria. Don't forget we are studying Nigeria. Now you now click on the product. Let me say you are going to trade show and you are doing ginger. You now say, I want to have 2 or 3 products. Debbie say I should not have plenty products. So you now click on the product, all the product that Netherlands is buying from Nigeria. For my sister that went to trade show, next time when you are going to trade show, when you do this research, you will know some complementary product that you will carry and follow yourself. Gumbody. So when you now do the product, you see that ginger is here. Already you are doing ginger, and you want to pick maybe 2 products, at most 3, to see the one that you want to build along this, because it's the same market and the requirement is going to be similar, the EU standard and all that. So you now say, okay, maybe cocoa, maybe, I don't know, depend on you want to choose. From person like me that I'm in the north, definitely I will not choose cocoa. Cocoa is very far away from me. But somebody that is in the south, you want to start looking at shrimps, prawns, and all that. For somebody like that is me in the north, I probably want to start looking at maybe soya beans, but I will not do soya beans because the EU, 3 things that they are very strong against is allergen, aflatoxin, and pesticides. So soya beans is a big allergen. If they find it in my ginger, it will be rejected. So I would stay away from soya beans and probably look for any other product that I know that will complement my product. But this is how you actually check for the market that you have comparative advantage, the complementary products, and then the other origin that your market is buying ginger from. So, for example, EU, the Netherlands are buying ginger from Nigeria, but not only Nigeria. So you want to click on exporter. Who are the other exporters that are exporting to this Netherlands? They will show you. China is exporting to Netherlands. India is exporting to Netherlands. Peru is exporting to Netherlands. Thailand is exporting to Netherlands. Nigerians are exporting to Netherlands. So these are your competitors. And you want to go deep and click on the competitor that is really doing well to understand the product they are sending to Netherlands that they are buying very well. You click on China again, and it goes on and on and on and on. Like you can just sleep on those sides. It is self-explanatory. When you click on this product, you now see the product that the Chinese people are sending to Netherlands. And it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So Chinese, they are sending this, that. You can see all the product that they are sending to the Netherlands, right? So it takes you, and when you click on this product, it takes you to the market, it takes you to the exporter. So you can just be going on till you actually see what you are looking for. And this is a fabulous tools that most people don't even know it exists, and it's free. You're not paying anybody. It's absolutely free. So it helps you know the market. And at the side here, you may want to say, okay, let me narrow down the market. I just want to focus on Africa, right? I don't want to do long term. Let me just focus on West Africa and see which of the West Africa people really need this thing. You'll be shocked that nobody is there. So when they are telling you, come and do ECOWAS this thing, you just know that you're wasting your time. So so you do West Africa. Let me see. Sub-region. You go to sub-region. You see East Africa. You see you see East Asia, you see all of that. So let's say we are going to West Africa. I'm really curious. I've not even bothered myself to check West Africa before. So let's say we are coming to West Africa. There is no address. Check International Trade Center. Somebody is asking for the address. International Trade Center. Okay, I think I will pick it up and share it with you. So this is West Africa. Yeah. So if you see if you see my screen now, you will see that for my ginger, West Africa is the last, you know what they call last domain when it comes to my products. So why will I typically leave all here? In fact, I will not even come here to start with, let alone come here before going to the last place. So you see why research is very good. Or if you come to, let's say, for me, I want to focus on Europe because that is where I am. That is where I have my loyal customers. So let's say Europe. I've removed every other person. So you now see Europe. My number one market is Germany and Netherlands. And that is where I stay till today. I die here. So you see me in Germany, you see me in Netherlands. And most of my trade show, I don't live here and start attending trade show in here. I don't live here. I start attending trade show here. They'll say there is a African this thing in Gambia. I'll fly here. There's another one in Canton Fair. I fly here. There's another one in Denmark. I fly here. You are everywhere and you are nowhere. So see my first 3 markets. I'll be 4 or 5 in the EU because I am EU focused. In fact, I'm trans-EU. Call it that way, right? So this is my focus. For somebody that want to focus in North America, you just to know the state in the North America, because the North America is so big. You can click North America and it will tell you where to focus on. So see, it's telling you Nigeria, ginger. Okay, so for Africa, North Africa, I think I clicked North Africa. So it's telling you Morocco number 1, Egypt number 2. So in Africa itself, you have more of the North Africa that will buy your product compared to the West Africa. So we are looking at North America. For those of you that want to focus on North America, that is US, Canada, and thereabout. So you see the United States, you see Canada, and you see Mexico. Then when you come to United States, you click on the United States, you click on the product, and they'll tell you all the product that the US they're buying, and you see urea number 1, you see cocoa, and like that. Then let me tell you something. When I said this research is very important in terms of business, not just even just research, right? You see most of the big, when you hear big players, Dangote, Otedola is playing here, electrical energy, right? It's playing here. Dangote is playing here. Go and check most of those rich people that they are not doing petroleum. They are into non-oil. You will see that it's from this number 1 till maybe number 10 or number 15. And that is why research is very important, so that you know where you are building. Now, Dangote is here, knowing fully where they have comparative advantage. You think raw material, you can come and beat Dangote with raw material. So you want to think about it, right? We are still in we are still in the first distance, so I guess we have to speed up and so that we can cover everything. Are we enjoying the class? If you are, please don't be greedy. Send me a thumbs up. Let me know we are enjoying the class, right? Okay, somebody have shared the website. It's Intracan or Intrash. Some people pronounce it Intrashin, some people pronounce it Intercan. So you have the link right there. Yes, I can see a lot of people sharing the like emoji. It just makes me go and on and on and on. Thank you so much. I am happy that you're enjoying the class. And we will just thanks to African Food Change Makers. If you need to see the syllabus they gave me to do in under 1 hour. They want to milk everything for me for your sake. I won't blame them. It's because they love you so much. So thank you. Kudos to African Food Change Makers. I'm going to International Trade Center to take the second two. Please play with it. Nobody's charging you, right? Feel free, play with it, explore, touch anything you want to. You may just end up discovering something that I have not discovered. You know, one thing about knowledge, nobody have monopoly of this knowledge, right? So play with it, chew it, consume it, lie with it, do anything you want to do. It is free. So we are going to market access map. Awesome. So the market access map, the job here is simple. You see the exporting country and you see the destination country and you see your HS code, right, of your product. So let's take Nigeria. No, let's take Kenya, for example. Let it not be that I am biased. Let's take Kenya. So you put Kenya, right? Awesome. And then you take the country. Which country? I don't want to take US. I said I'm trans EU, so you have to have mercy on me. Let's take my Netherlands. And product, of course, is ginger. I know how to do. So ginger is 10, 10, 11. So when you click on your product, you see the different form of your product. So for ginger, it's asking you if it's ginger, saffron, turmeric, or it's asking you if it's ginger ground. You know, we have ginger ground, that is the powder. Or it's asking you if it's raw ginger. You want to be very clear as to what you are looking for. So for the benefit of this course, let's just take crushed and ground. No, let's not take crushed and ground ginger. Let's take the first one. Then you click on search. You see once you click, the HS code will appear. For those of you that don't know the HS code for your product, this is another way to check the HS code. So people ask, oh, what is the HS code for tapioca? So you come here and you do tapioca, right? This is tapioca. Tapioca. So when you click, it's 19300. So this is tapioca. The same thing you want to check for fish. If you don't know your SH code for fish, you want to check here which of the fish. Is it live fish? Is it dry fish? At the end, when you pick it, you see your HS code. For the benefit of this course, we are doing ginger. So let's go back to the ginger, right? So this is ginger, and you click on it and you go to search. Now this is what you will get. I click on ginger from how to export ginger to the Netherlands. From Kenya to the Netherlands, it's not Nigeria. So this is the importing country. This is the exporting country, which is Netherlands. This is the product HS code, and this is ginger. It is neither crushed nor ground. It means it is dry split ginger, and it's telling you the custom tariff. For those of you that will be asking, oh, I don't have a clue as to the tariff the country that I'm exporting to will charge me. So this is how you check it. So you can see import duty is 0%, like no string attached. 0 is 0. Trade remedy, there is no trade remedy. Total measures, what are the measures? What are the regulatory requirements? Don't go and be asking somebody to be giving you fake regulatory requirement. Come here and ask the country itself. When you click here, it will list everything for you down. you can now start tilting your product towards it, right? So these are the 33 total requirements. One is talking about the geographical restriction on eligibility. You will read it. What is it talking about? It's talking about labeling requirement. When somebody say, the EU, they agree, make you put something inside later. Who told you? Come here. It's as simple as that. You just come and check the labeling. How should the labeling look like? When you come here, you click on label. It will tell you exactly what you should do. By the grace of God, all of us can read. Then it's telling you labeling requirement. You click on plus sign. It will write everything you need to know. If you should put it in Santana leather bag, if you should put it in jute bag, everything will be stated here clearly. Then it gives you the regulatory framework, the requirement of the country. Not every country. Sometimes people give you, just throw it on the air. Not every country. If you are going to US, for example, you are going from Nigeria, let me take fish. Or let me even take cocoa. Say from Nigeria. Nigeria, right? Nigeria. Let's say USF. United States of America. And cocoa, right? So you're putting cocoa, chocolates. I'm looking for just our normal cocoa. I'm not looking for chocolate. Let's go up. And where is this thing? Cocoa. Okay, so let's take cocoa powder from Nigeria to the United States, right? And you click search. As easy as that. And this, we are talking about the market, okay, cocoa powder. So it's saying the import duty is 0.14%. The trade remedy, there's no trade remedy. The regulatory requirement is 51 total measures. So you want to come down and study all the 51 already. They've given you some up. You want to study all of them. What is the prohibition, restriction around cocoa? What is the labeling requirement? What is the packaging requirement? What is the hygienic? Okay, somebody say you want to capture my face. You capture my face. For now, capture the screen. This is most important, right? Yeah. So, what is oh my God, what did I press? I think in a bit of trying to capture face. Let's go back to the screen, please. Because very soon we'll be going out of time. Yeah. Did somebody press something? Host, you want to check? Can't share my screen. I can't share my screen. Hi, host. I can't share my screen. What's happening?
Okay, we can actually see a screen that you're sharing, and we're still co-host, so you can.
Okay, awesome. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So it's you see the labeling requirement, the packaging requirement, The storage and transportation, the testing requirement. Do you need to do aflatoxin? Do you need to check the pesticide residue? Do you need to check the allergen? It shows how you should trace your product from farm to that is everything that have to do with your traceability. It talks about your origin of material, if you need to get certificate of origin. It talks about whether you need the kind of labeling requirement, the conformity assessment related tests you're supposed to do, the testing requirement, the other formality, code, if you need to use cold or heat treatment. I told you one buyer said I should use steam sterilization. Most buyers will say they don't even want radiation because some people say it can lead to cancer and everything. So it guides you. It shows you what is prohibited and what is not allowed. You don't even need somebody to say, this one say, that one say. It's free, right? So basically, this helps you to know your import duty, the regulatory framework of the country that you are supposed to be exporting to, the trade remedy, right? If you have any trade remedy in that regards with your country, to that country, like some bilateral agreement or multilateral agreement, everything we show here. Do we have any question as regards to this? If we have, please drop your question on the comment section. We'll take all the questions. I just want to be sure that we capture everything this time around, right? Good. And this is on the market access map. The first one was export potential map. The second one was market access app. Somebody was asking, we should show you the procedure to get all this too. It's very simple. You go to www.intracen. Some people say intracan. I don't know how the A, because what I can see is CEN. It's irrelevant. But you go to this website, which have been posted. I think the host can help us post it again in case that person did not see. After here, then you come down to the 2. You see ITC 2, International Trade Center tools. Can we all see the tools? Please say yes if you can see the tools. Because some people are still asking, can we see the ITC tools? Are we here now? Say yes, say yes, say yes, so that I know that we are all following. Can you see these tools? Because I remember I was asking the last time. Beautiful. So when you come to these tools, you click on the tools and you see market data. You see, excuse me, let me take some water. Thank you. You all are so kind. So you see African Market Explorer, African Trade Observatory, all this. But that is not our focus. Our main focus is, number 1, export potential map, which is this, and we have done that, and we cannot exhaust it. You need to sit with it. Number 2, which is the market access map, which we have done. This helps you to know the trade remedy that we have with the country that you want to play. It helps you to know the import duties, and it also helps you to know the regulatory requirements, which is very important. That is what you will not get from anywhere if they are teaching you how to export, because I mean each country have its own regulatory requirement. Then the last but not the least, which is my favorite after the export potential map, is the trade map. So we are quickly going to the trade map. This is the trade map. You need to have your login details. It will require you to register. If not, you can't get much from here. By the time I'm going to start putting details, it will definitely ask for my login details. So now we are looking at exporting. So you click on export. Whether you are into service or into product, if you're into service, just click here. But because most of us here have products, we are leaving it at products. Then you are coming here to type the products you are dealing with. Again, I'll take Nigeria for the sake of this course. I'll take ginger for the sake of this course. And I'm looking at ginger, neither crush nor ground. Then I'm looking at country, right? So two ways. I may put the country that I have in mind, like Netherlands, but sometimes I want to just leave it plain. So that let me even see the country that it maybe it will because I'm doing research. I want to see the country. I'm assuming I don't know anything. Let me see the country that will be interesting to me and why. So just like I said, if you're a new user, you come here and register. Because I have account, I'll come here and put my account details. Okay, so let me take the registration since I'm teaching all of us and see their website is actually very low. Okay, so this process is going to be long. Let me go back. I can't remember my password really right now. Let's see. Just a moment. Let me see. I usually just a moment. Most of this password is becoming too much for somebody to handle. Eric, I need to check my email. Okay, let's see if I can get it from my WhatsApp. I think I sent something on my WhatsApp. Okay. Okay. So just a moment. Let me see if I can retrieve it. I'm trying. I just have to stop sharing because it has to do with confidential information. So bear with me. Awesome. So you can leave your question so that as soon as I finish this, we can now take most of the question. Oh, perfect. I think I got it now. Sorry, I actually save my password is the same password with some of my listeners. I have to go back and go off screen, and I'm here with you again. So I'm logged in, and Ginger exports Yeah, service product. So let's choose product. And we are coming to ginger. Somebody will say this woman and ginger, right? Forgive me. So let's start by leaving this place blank for now, and I'll tell you why. For the person that wants to see my face, do you still want to see my face? I should take this out because this is, I think the face is not important right now. Okay. So save password. Let me just save it. So this is what we did. You see the HS code is here and it's saying ginger, right? If you see here, it's saying ginger. Okay. Export ginger to all countries. So now you're having list of exporter for the selected product in 2023 products, neither crush nor ground. So now because we click on exporter, it's showing you the list of exporters. That is this ginger. The list of countries that are exporting it, of which Nigeria is one of it. So now I want to know the highest exporters of ginger, right? From this information. I want to prick your conscience so that most of these things that you'll be seeing, it will make you angry and it will make you act. China is number one. Netherlands, Peru, Thailand, Brazil, United Arab Emirates, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Germany, Spain, Nigeria. Did you say where Nigeria is? It shocked you? Nigeria is the number one largest producer of ginger in Africa. They are number 3 in the world. The ginger they get from Netherlands, we are among the people supplying Netherlands. Netherlands, they don't produce any ginger, but they're among the largest exporter. The question is how? That's the question we need to start asking ourselves and our government. Germany, they don't produce ginger. They are topping us for exports. Spain, they don't produce ginger. They are tapping us for export. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nigeria did not see 10th position. 11, 12. Giant of Africa. So I want you people to think about it. So this is list of exporters, people that are exporting ginger. So for this purpose of this course, we are not looking at exporter, we are looking at importer, people that are importing ginger that we can now start targeting to sell our product, Abby. Good. So we go to, oh, we are still in export, sorry. So we click on import. We want to know the countries that are importing ginger. Let's see how far they are from us. Let's see their import duties. Let's see the one that is attractive. Good. Let's see the distance, the miles, right? So you have list of importers for the selected product in 2023. This is your HS code, ginger, neither crush nor ground. United States of America, Netherlands, Germany, Japan, United Kingdom, Canada, Bangladesh, Pakistan. You can do it with any product. That I'm using ginger doesn't mean it was the ginger. You can do cocoa, you can do palm oil, you can do plantain, you can do cassava, you can do fish, you can do garment and apparel, you can do mineral, you can do stone, anything, fertilizer, urea, electricity, anything, right? So now after you remember the first export potential, that's like the basis. After you have chosen like the first 10 countries, and you've checked that their there's political stability, their currency is good, they have these ones, you want loyalty or you don't want loyalty, it may not be important to you, right? You now want to come and start checking their import duties and the distance. That will enable you narrow. So let's say after we have checked the loyalty, everything, and we have 5 countries that we want to deal with. That 5 country, you remember we have Germany, Netherlands, US, right? So this US, Netherlands, Germany now. Okay, US, Netherlands, Germany, Japan. You now want to look at some key issues. What is the average tariff of this country? So you see that United States, you see why many people want to export to US. They are always zero. They're attracting you. Most of those Western world, most of those developed advanced country, you always see zero. Meanwhile, you will see Africa, you want to export, you'll be seeing 30. You see 15%. So you see Germany zero, right? You see Netherlands. Germany, Netherlands they are all zeros. Then you now come to Japan. You see it's 1.7. Me, I will not even go there if I've seen this one. You now come to Bangladesh, you see 0.3. The one that will even annoy you the most is when you come to Africa, you'll be seeing 30. Let me see this 28. I'm sure it's Africa or India. Okay, so India, you see 28%. Let me come to Africa. So you see all those one that is having numbers. Don't be shocked. You will see most of our people there. And that is why this after trade, if we are really serious, we must stop lip service. Let us start having those import duty cut off. So once I see, maybe I want to focus on these 3 countries, US, Netherlands, Germany, I see the whole 3 of them, they are zero. All of them, they are zero. All of them, their currency is strong. All of them, no political instability. I will now come and check the average distance. So I will now check. I will see this one is 8 point this. This one is 8.4. This one is 8.3. You see, this one is only 2,000. So it means that the freight cost may be a little bit lower. But then I will now say, see this, because of the import duty. I'll come back here again. That is how I will be checking all of them. Some is saying 9,000, some is saying 2,000, 4,000. These are their average distance supplying country. That is the kilometer per mile. So you will not check all this to be sure that you are taking the country that have close proximity to you. Does it make sense? Good. So this one is to know the distance, to know the import duty, and then to even give you averagely what is the total world exports. This is the total world, right? And this is what inside the whole world, this is what US is importing, this is what Netherlands is importing. So you take your time and play with this. Then another very important thing that you want to check, this is a bonus from me. If you see here, you see companies, right? For those of you that asking me, how do I get market? 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 So another way to check is you may want to click on these companies, right? So you see some companies that are using this ginger. Some are using it for agricultural products. Some are using it for coffee substitute. Some are using it to make curry powder. Some are using it for food preparation. They are using it as just ginger. Some want it as dehydrated ginger. Some want it neither crushed nor ground. So for all those people, let's say for you that you are selling either crushed nor ground, or you are using it you want to sell dehydrated ginger, you want to click on this one, right? So that you see the company, which country they are, and how do you reach them. So this one is, I call it shooting blind email. If you get luck, they reach back to you. If they don't want you, they will not answer. And you know the law of marketing. If you reach 20, at least one will get back to you. So this is what you will get, and see the names of the company. And it's a list of importing companies for the following product: ginger, dehydrator. It shock you? Joy, you didn't see this coming. List of importing companies. You are not paying anybody. All those pay all those internet fraud that you see, pay Go Africa, go for the world. The only thing that they will be doing is to be sending you so person want 1 million tons, and it never turn into business. At the end, you are still asked to come and pay $120 every year. You are not paying for this. So you see the name of the companies, right? You see where they are. This one is in
Hello,
Japan.
ma.
Yeah.
So we might have to round off so that we can also have opportunity to have question and answers too.
Yeah, so we are rounding up now.
Okay.
So this is the bonus. So this is Ukraine, this is China, and these are their website, right? So when you click on the company, you'll be shocked on what you will see. Can you see this? It's telling you where the country is. It's even giving you a phone number to reach, and it's telling you who is in charge, the director. So you may want to use the phone number to contact them, or you go to their website and you use the contact me button and address it to that person that is there. There. So I think we have come to the end of this this training. I would just be happy to take your question. And if you think this add value to you, just give me a thumbs up and let me know how I can help, and send your thanks to African Food Change Makers, because this is what I teach for $3,500 without even one kobo from it. So thank you so much, and I'll be here waiting to take your calls.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah. That was quite an extensive and really practical class. It's always a pleasure to have you. Like, there's always so much. And from the look of things, we probably have to bring you back again so we can have a 3.0 and maybe have a longer duration of time so that our participants can have the opportunity to ask as many questions as they can and be able to engage more. So I can see a lot of thank yous, thank you so much, ma. Claps, flowers. Thank you for an interesting session. And somebody agreed that they actually look forward to having you come to yes, having you come. So I don't see any questions here. So it means the class has quite been extensive and really practical enough. So definitely those who have Ms. Deborah's contacts, do reach out to her on LinkedIn. She's active. Like I said, she teaches 3,000 over 300,000 followers. So she would definitely, there's always a lot she's sharing. If you go to her YouTube page, she has a lot that she shares across different platforms. Yeah, I'm still waiting for who is I don't think we have any questions, so you can do well to learn and follow her on all her social media platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. There's always knowledge and insight she's sharing. So before we call it a day, I would love to take pictures with you. For those who have been